Nerds, have you ever felt bad for your bully? There was this kid named Tyler who made my life hell throughout middle school, calling me names and shoving me into lockers every single day. He was bigger than everyone else and seemed to get genuine pleasure from making me miserable in front of other students. I dreaded going to school because I knew he'd be waiting for me by my locker with some new way to humiliate me. He'd knock my books out of my hands, call me Four Eyes and loser, and once even pushed me so hard I fell and split my lip. Everyone was terrified of him, including some of the teachers, so nobody ever stood up to him or tried to help me. I spent most of 7th grade eating lunch alone in the library just to avoid him and his friends. One day I was walking home from school when I saw him sitting on the curb outside the grocery store, crying. At first I thought about just walking past him, but something about the way he was sobbing made me stop. I asked him what was wrong, and he looked up at me with these red, swollen eyes like he was shocked I was even talking to him. He told me his dad had just been arrested for beating up his mom again, and child services was coming to take him away from his family. He said this happened every few months, and he never knew if he'd be sleeping in his own bed or some foster home. He told me he'd been living with his alcoholic uncle for the past 2 weeks because his mom was in the hospital with a broken arm. Then he said something that made everything click into place about why he was always so angry. He said, "I'm sorry I'm such a piece of crap to you, but at least when I'm hurting someone else, I'm not thinking about my own life." He explained that picking on me was the only time he felt like he had any control over anything. He said he knew it was wrong, but making someone else feel small was the only way he could forget how powerless he felt at home. I sat down next to him on that curb, and we talked for an hour about things neither of us had ever told anyone. He told me about finding his mom unconscious on the kitchen floor and having to call 911 when he was only 8 years old. I told him about how lonely I felt and how his bullying made me think about hurting myself sometimes. We both cried that day, and something changed between us that I never expected. He never bullied me again after that conversation, and we actually became friends before he moved away that summer. I learned that sometimes the people who hurt us the most are the ones who are hurting the deepest themselves.